All right, kids. So the red light is on. The red light is blinking. What the fuck is up, man? I'm super excited. This is kind of version 1A or 1B, if you will. We tried this out a couple days ago. It was fun regardless, but we're trying to make sure that we get this nice and crisp. So without any further ado, this guy right here that you're looking at that's not talking yet is Alfred Rambo Collado, and I am Jay. Now, I'm gonna really quick kick it to this guy right here, just to kind of introduce himself, and then we're gonna tell you the whys and how that this is reaching you right now. Okay, so Alfred, by
Yes,
all
sir.
means, please take it away, kid.
Well, first and foremost, everybody, I'd like to introduce myself and welcome everybody to the podcast. My name is Alfred. Um, this is going to be myself, Dominican. I'm a 30 some year old, I'm saying, living in Miami. And an artist, you can say, very talented, creative person, part-time comedian in my own world, but you know how it is. But besides that, we just come to bring the joy and the happiness and our craziness to everybody out there. So yeah, and this my main man right here is the J, the single letter. There you go. Nothing better. Go ahead,
I'm
introduce
better.
yourself, break
Single
it down.
better. Oh, shit. I think we just I think out of nowhere you just came up with the greatest introduction I've ever had, which is just a single letter, nothing better.
Nothing
I
better,
might just
man.
tattoo that shit on my fucking ass cheek, bro. You never know, bro. But yo, I'm fucking excited, bro. This is one of my fucking road dogs right here. This is one of my best guys that I've ever known. Alfred, thank you for that introduction. I'm Jay, otherwise known as Jorge. And yeah, bro, like same thing, same group, 30 something year olds with a lot on our minds, and I think that, our perspective is just one that we wanted to put together and put it on audio format, put it on video format so you can see our ugly faces and just, be a part of the conversation, which leads me to segue into the title or the name of our project, which is called It's a Conversation. And I think one of the great things that you're going to start uh, feeling is an immediate sense of being involved in our conversation. It's pretty much that. We're not necessarily pros at, like many things. I don't
By
have a
many
doctorate,
miles. By many miles. But
but
hey,
we have opinions, dude. And like most of the
yeah.
people in the world or in the country, we're people that are observing things. We're people that have opinions. Some might be, serious. Some might be funny. But I think that they were worthy of putting on. I don't know what you think about that. What do you say, Freddie?
I agree. I mean, we don't take life too serious. We take things not just for the face value, but we always have an opinion about everything that's going on. Sometimes it's a funny one, sometimes it's serious. But listen, we communicate our thoughts and we express ourselves and the best way we know how to. You know what I'm saying? It's just that joyful uh, bouncing back and forth between
A little bit of
ideas.
banter, just a little bit of banter, just a tiny
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, a little tennis, a little racket, lacket, get it going for the
Yeah,
basket.
just volley it over here, dog. Smash it back at you.
Yeah, man, get you
You know?
set up for that nice pointer. But yeah, I mean, we a lot of things that you know we think about and a lot of things that we
Yeah, dude.
experiment with processes, but
We're gonna
we
come
keep
at
it
it with,
interesting.
from our perspective, bro. And I can already kind of give you mine is always gonna be, I'll tell you what I do for a living. So I'm an assistant manager at a very large coffee chain, a very wonderful company named Starbucks. So,
I was
uh,
gonna say like a cafecito from the corner store. Yeah.
people, I don't know, a little more sophisticated than that.
Yes, sir.
But dude, like I've been in the industry for a long time. Whether it's where I'm at now, been a server. I've done, hospitality from top to bottom in every aspect, nearly, that you can think of. So I have this position that hasn't changed, which is always, open-minded, open-hearted, but boy, dealing with people will teach you quick. You know, it's gonna teach you about patience. It's gonna teach you about how to like not take yourself necessarily that that um that seriously, but also being quick on your feet, boy, because you know in that industry, if you're not quick, you're not gonna make any money. Number one, and you're gonna get trampled by people left and right because it's gonna happen. It's a competitive atmosphere. Um,
Man, the streets are speaking.
the streets are speaking. They're always gonna talk. They're always gonna talk. You might not
There's
like it.
always whispers. I hear murmurs. What?
Alfred,
Ah, man. See, I just heard it. That's that money talking, man. That's the street knowledge.
arréglate la barba. Está
Come on, man.
jorobada.
Let it be, bro. Let it be. I gotta take care of that. It's all good. It's all
It's
good.
all good, bro. Yeah, it reminds me. There's the bro. One of the best things that you can watch if you need to cheer up at any point in time, besides this, you know, long running
Yeah.
fandom of fucking Group X, which I sent you way too many videos of because you opened up the floodgates, bro, and I was like, okay, cool. Then I just started sending you stuff, but that's a topic for a little bit
Yeah.
later. But dude, there's this one video, or not one video, one character. His name is Macho Man Randy Savage. We know if you're a person our age, a little bit older, you're gonna know who he is. He's the oh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's
Google,
pretty damn good.
it's not bad. My throat hurts every single time.
Yeah, no, definitely. Guy.
I can only say like one sentence at a time, and then I have to drink a glass of milk to coat it. But
Yeah.
it's gotta be full fat. I can't be drinking that all. But hey, so check it. Go on YouTube and just look
Lord
up
Jesus.
videos of him and like talking to Hulk Hogan or Mean Gene Okerlund. That is so fucking funny, bro. And honestly, like I like being that kind of guy all the time. My girl is constantly laughing and like just marveling sometimes at like how I see things, and I never really like looked at it from her perspective. But I'm like, I really do, try not to, take things seriously. And for me, I mean, I'm a happy guy. I can't say that I'm not. We go through tough shit and all that stuff, but I always have this position that I try to see things from a perspective of how can I put a smile, keep a smile on my face, number one,
Mm-hmm.
or else you're gonna go crazy, bro. So we'll see that going forward. I can't wait to see what we are gonna be sounding like and looking like, a couple of episodes from now. When we're really sitting
Uh,
comfy on this couch. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I mean, listen. It's like I said. We're not professionals at this. We're just two genuine guys. With a lot of
Speak for yourself, bro. I like
humor,
your teeth, bro.
like I was saying. So yeah. We're just two genuine guys that just enjoy life. We don't take things too serious. Same here, I would say. Sometimes I'm too much of a goofball. My girl tells me all the time, like, you don't take things serious sometimes, but it's all good. I just enjoy putting a smile, not just on her face, but on everybody around me, keeping people uh, motivated, positive. First,
Happiness is a choice,
positive.
Freddie. I think you agree with that. Happiness is a choice, bro. You can either choose to be, with the long face or with the shit in the fucking
Miserable, all
dumpster or
that.
whatever. But bro, and so it's your choice. So I really want to actually ask you this question. I want to see if you can elaborate as to what did you have on your mind, or what led you to start a podcast. A lot of people do it, or they might be, some people might think it's a dime a dozen, but some are really good. What kind of was going through your mind or in your life that you were like, what, a podcast is a cool idea, and even cooler would be if my boy Jay can join, you know so
Yeah, I
so
mean, honestly, like when I thought about the idea, well, first the whole pandemic started, and I'm like, man, everybody's going through so much shit. Like 2020 has been a hell of a year. Like, what the heck, murder hornets, all of this craziness, people losing their lives. I'm like, everybody's in this depressive mode. I need to bring some of that energy that we usually, have on a daily basis. But some people need to be cheered up. I don't care if there's 10,000 podcasts out there, whatever platform it's on, you know, congrats to everybody. It's good for them. But for us, we wanted to bring our sense of happiness, our sense of just positivity, our joy to it. And You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it. Just enjoy the trip. And whoever
Wait,
wants
yeah,
to
I
listen to
agree.
us, that's great because they can actually, I think that they can benefit from just hearing us and encouraging and just keeping it lighthearted. And hey, so if
But
it provokes a thought,
we have to set the disclaimer. We're not doctors. We're not a, you know, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah. No, no, no.
I'm filming the podcast right now from the passenger seat of my car
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, I don't
this,
even know where I'm at. I think I'm in a dungeon somewhere. Now I'm just messing. I'm in my place.
you got a Buddha about to eat your head right now from the back right now. So
Yeah, you see that? Dale
wait,
Buddha.
bro, so you live in Pembroke Pines. Um, I'm still in the 305. So it's gonna, you know, there's gonna be a lot of funny stories, dog. There's gonna be a lot of funny
Mhm.
stories. I've gone through a lot of shit down here, you know, and there's no perspective quite like South Florida, Miami perspective. But you know, I'm not gonna hold you at fault for moving up just a couple of, you know, latitudes north
Listen,
of
man,
Pembroke
I had
Pines.
to get out of Miami, bro. I mean, I love Miami. I was mostly raised in Miami in Dade County, but I
Except
had
for
to
that
get out
brief
of
stint that you
Miami. It
spent
was
in
like just too
Yonkers.
much.
Did you just spend like 2 minutes in Yonkers?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I lived in Yonkers in Atlanta, Georgia,
Yeah.
which the South, that Southern, hospitality, that's something different, very different.
Yeah,
I got family
they'll
out in
put a cross.
Philly.
They'll put a cross in your front yard. Tremendo hospitality.
Oh no, yeah, yes. When the moment you least expect it, you run into the craziest shit. But
Yeah.
um,
So you
I
got out
had
of
to move
Miami.
out
So
of
you
Miami.
got out of Miami. So talk to me about that.
I mean, for me, I think the change of scenery was extremely beneficial. Over here in Broward and Pembroke Pines, like I think that it's so much more relaxed, spaced out. People are
Yeah.
not as crazy as it is, especially the traffic down there in Miami. It's just nonsense. It's just
Of
craziness.
course, bro.
I can't take it no more. I got to drive over there because, like, for me, like he was telling you what he does. I work in an aviation company basically, and for me, it's something that I find that I love. I love to deal with technical stuff, with this, with that, with documents, all of that craziness. But I got to drive from Broward all the way down to Miami. So that morning commute is just something else. I'll be seeing all the kind of crazy shit out there, man. All kind of craziness.
So, I remember. Well, the last place I remember you living. Well, you were in Edgewater, which is kind of an up and coming part of town. You
Yeah, a
know,
little fancy, a little fancy.
a little fancy. You got your, you know, your high rise condos. But before that, you were on what, like 27th Avenue and the highway, basically. That's your address.
Yeah, any
Like
car getting off of there, you can hear Chiando Goma.
said Alfred Mail, and it's just like sent to the 836. You'll probably see it. But I mean, I can't blame you, bro, because I mean, bro, I'm raised in Miami through and through, bro. I was what you call a salsera,
That boy
and
got that blood in him.
yeah, dog, and it's like I love it, but even then, every once in a while, you know, Miami's getting to the point where it's so heavily populated. Number one, the infrastructure, as you're saying, like where you live in West Broward. Not to bore anybody here with, like, you know, traffic talk, but you know, if
Yeah.
you're from Miami, you feel this in the heart, bro. Like
Mhm.
I have such envy when I drive down, what is it, Pines Boulevard or Pembroke Road, and like these are like wide 5 lanes. Over here in Miami, bro, you're driving on a one, maybe 2 lane with like roots growing in the street,
And
you know,
half a sidewalk.
bro. If anything, then you have it like half puddled over there, and if you know,
Mhm.
like you might not be able to tell the fucking beginning of a canal and the street, you know. So like,
End up in a ditch.
it's
What
just
the
like
hell, man?
when it comes to that shit, bro. Like, and I mean, I'm sure we can elaborate that later on, bro. Like the traffic, and that's number one. But it's just like I don't understand, and besides, you know, all the development that's happening here. We have so much development, and it's so much condos and like densely packed things that are being constructed, and it's like, oh, not an ounce of a new road, bro. It's like all these people have cars. It's insane, bro. It's so crazy. So I definitely understand why you chose Pembroke Pines, because it just it's you're close
Hey,
enough,
man.
but you're far enough, you know.
It's a nice change of scenery, bro. I'll tell you that. Honestly, for me, I love it. I don't think I would ever probably move back to Miami. The only way I probably move back to Miami if I win the lottery and I can buy a whole block, and that's just to make more streets.
Yeah, yeah. Average contributor
Not
to the
enough streets.
for
A
sure.
loquería. No, 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 no. You're crazy. I wouldn't go back to Miami, bro. I'm good.
It's crazy. I
The
mean,
305 is beautiful from over there.
I haven't gotten to that point yet, but every day I'm like, yo, bro. Especially when I'm like, just like, it's not even like, okay, we'll move on from the bro. When you start seeing the road rage, I've seen some easy road rage, bro. I've seen people that like. I remember one time I wasn't even looking right, and there's this guy. By the time I looked right, that he's got half of his car. We're at a red light, and he's still trying to move in there. No cars are moving, just him. And I'm like, I literally like shrug and I go, "Yo, what's good, bro?" And the guy, without even like, I didn't even give him attitude. He immediately proceeds to just develop the largest vein in the neck. He turned like a dark shade of red, and he goes, "I'm gonna try to talk to you for half an hour. I'm trying to get. I need to make a left." And it's like, when I saw that, I was just like,
Mhm.
get
Oh, you need to
desagradable.
make a laugh. That's what it was. Oh, okay, yeah,
That's what it is. I hope you don't have a gun in your car. Okay, cool. Just make a left, bro. Like,
yeah. Hey, you be surprised how many cases I've seen. People are quick to whip it out, and I ain't talking about I,
hey, hey.
I ain't
All
talking
right,
about that,
Harvey.
you nasty little boy.
Shit, people are good. In traffic, that's the. I was gonna say,
You
I was gonna say de pinga, but I don't want to. I don't want to make a
hit
pun.
it on the head.
Damn! Don't whip it out one way or the other. Don't
Don't
do it.
whip it
It's
out.
not
No,
worth it.
don't
It's
whip
not
it
worth
out.
it, bro. So
Jesus gracious.
yeah, man. And so, what was your time like? Because I've always thought, I've always kind of stayed like pretty east, but not like in downtown or not in Brickell. So what was it like living in Edgewater though? That
Man,
always
I'll
looked
tell you
kind of
this.
cool. You see it from afar. You see the buildings and the bright lights. What was that like?
You see a lot of people that got that European money. A lot of these Russians. A lot of people that got a couple bucks to their name. So everybody's flossing. Everybody's trying to show off. So everybody's too good. For those people that can't afford those high rises. I'm like, bro, I didn't. That's one thing I did not enjoy. Like that sense of just these arrogant ass people.
But did you spend a lot of time like in the neighborhood, or was it just like
I
you
mean,
drove in
yeah, I
home?
mean, what I'm saying, living out in those penthouses is nice and everything, but you see the other side of the street, the multi millions, and I'm like, and it gets to you. After a while, it gets to you. The pure arrogance of everybody that lives there. Like I'll see people hauling ass in their Bentleys down the street. I'm like, bro, if a kid comes running out, you gonna pummel that mother chickens out the way, man. And they're not even gonna care because they got the money for them lawyers, man. It's like they don't give a damn about anybody. So it's like I didn't appreciate that. I'm like, I'm gonna go over here where it's more more steady, more
Teeny.
relaxed. So I decided
So,
to get the hell out of there. It was nice
so
though. Hey, listen, like I said, if
you're
you got the
officially
means for it, go
you
for it.
are definitely firmly in the suburbs because you have a Trader Joe's right around there.
Yeah, man. You should.
Yourself, Miami Subs Grill that I saw. I'm actually jealous because I see more Miami Subs grills in Broward than I do in Miami nowadays. It's just the weirdest thing. So I mean,
Really? By the way, you know what I saw the other day? I think it was yesterday? A Sonics. For those people that may be listening to it and might be from up, a little bit north, they got Sonics all over the place. Here in Florida, we don't, at least South Florida, we don't have that many Sonics left.
I
We got
think
probably
we
one in
have
Homestead,
Homestead. Okay,
one in
that's all.
Miami Lakes, which is the one I believe that I saw was Miami
Since
Lakes.
when? Since when does that exist?
Yeah, they got one out here.
Damn, that's news to me, bro.
Yeah, and I was like, I almost got into a car accident. I looked and I see it. I turned my
Is
head. I
that a
almost hit the
Sonic?
car in front. I'm like, God,
I didn't know that
gracious,
was a Sonic.
that's a Sonic.
Oh
And
shit, I forgot I was in traffic.
exactly, it would have been, what it would have been? A little Street Fighter,
You would have
Sonic
been
Boom,
contributing to the problem that we have here in Miami-Dade County with the traffic.
a quick Sonic Boom. You know what I'm talking about? Shit.
Wait, and so let me ask you this, bro. Have you ever heard uh, of a place? Speaking of Sonic and that sort of delicious thing, where where you don't have like the thing down here. Uh, what about Cookout? You ever heard of a place called Cookout?
Cookout. Not familiar.
Let me introduce you, bro. It's worth the drive. I mean, I saw a few in Georgia, saw a few, and V and I were telling each other this because, bro, it's just like Sonic, but not as flashy with the little car driving and like the fucking raider on the rollerblades. But it is the most low key gangster food chain I've ever had, bro. It's like a bad,
Really?
bro. It's like a Shake Shack, just in the South. You know what I'm saying? Which oddly enough is north of us, but bro, it is so good, bro. Like they have like over 50 milkshakes that they can make, and they're badass. Like you can turn the cup, and that thing is gonna like be concrete. It's not falling out, and the burger's really good, bro. So if you ever find yourself on 95
Well, you
somewhere in
know what?
Georgia,
If I do head up north, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that because I like to eat. I'm a skinny dude, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't
yeah,
because I want to be skinny. It's because hey, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's just how God made me. You know what I'm saying? But I do eat. I
you're
do eat.
fortunate.
I
You're
love
fortunate.
eating.
You're fortunate. I had the skinnies in high school, and then not too long after that, it was just like, all right, here you go, kid. Here's a little sprinkle of those jeans that you got in your family. And don't sprinkle too much of that topping, dog, because that's gonna make you fat too. And ever since then,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like bro, like I have three phases of pants in my closet because I don't fluctuate a lot, but I've been like every once in a while I'll behave well, so then I actually drop weight a little quick, so I'll jump from like a size 34. And I'm like, oh shit, all of a sudden I fit into a 32. Okay, cool. All right, kid. All right, nice. And then bam, 36. Go ahead. Here you
Ah,
go. Here you go.
dude,
So,
fire at the waistline.
bro, instead of doing the muffin top, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be realistic. This is the way I operate the last 10 years. I'm gonna fluctuate from a 32 every once in a while. I'm gonna hang on that 34 most of the time. And every once in a while, when I've been behaving real bad, we got that 36. And then
Yeah, you can't throw those pants away though, man. No matter how small you get.
no, bro, I'm sick and tired. Dude, I used to be stubborn, bro, and I would be like literally. I was about to coat my legs with masola or some sort of Crisco. I'm like, I gotta get in these jeans, dog, looking like a genuine song, like in those jeans. And I'm like, nah, I can't be doing that.
Looking
That's
like
too
an
much.
apple bottom girl.
They made a song about that. What I like to hear, here it goes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, bro. So
Ah,
hey,
but that's the
so
same thing here, man. We women think that they're the only ones that struggle with weight, man. Women really do think, hey, men struggle with weight. We don't complain about it. We don't make it a big deal. But you know what I'm saying? I think that internally when like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I gained a little couple extra pounds, you know what I'm saying? My that beer bag to lay off of them beers or this or that. I need to get back
I
in the
mean, I
gym.
think that happens to most. That happens to most people with age, bro. Like when you start, getting around that age where you're young, but you're also not a young buck either. Forget it.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta start. I mean, I think that it's better that it happens that way because it starts telling you, okay, take care of yourself, which is something that some people heed the warning early and some people don't. I'd like to think I'm sort of trying to like I still had tremendo dessert. I actually Uber Eats. I don't know how do you say that verb like when you're saying that maybe I could just say I
I
ordered from
Ubered.
Uber.
No, you can't say Uber because
Well,
that's
yeah, I
basically
guess you
you
can.
take.
Yeah.
You could say Uber because that's a service from Uber, but
Yeah, my burger called an Uber, so I
yeah,
called.
there you go, there you go. My burger and fries Ubered over to my place. Yes.
Yeah, I ordered. Dude, it was amazing, bro. It was this dessert from Fleming's right there on Ponce, bro, and that it's like this chocolate cake, sort of brownie-ish, because it's not like it was very rich, right? Very dense cake, and then on top it had like this butter whipped cream, bro. Something else, kid. But I'm okay with doing that because one of the things that I actually stopped during quarantine was drinking alcohol. Not that I ever drank it a lot, but I was just like, I'm not used to who's been used to staying home for that duration of time for so long. So then I started to said, okay, I'm having way too many beers and there, a little too casual about it. So I decided, all right, cool. Throughout the duration of quarantine, I don't know how long that's gonna last. I'm just gonna not drink a beer. I'm not gonna have any alcohol. I'm gonna give my liver the detox that it deserves. And dude, I mean, it's been about 2 months, and it's nice. I feel like the waistline slightly
You're back in them
slim.
32s, huh? I see it. I see
Back
you,
in
bruh.
back in the 32s, back in the 32s. No oil or greasing up necessary.
Nothing?
You
Nada
know,
más soca, nada. God,
nada.
jeez.
Mazoca. No, no, but mazoca. Tremendo spider just crawling on my windshield right now.
Hey, man.
I was about to kick out my windshield because I thought it was inside. So I'm glad I'm glad I took an extra second to
Yo,
realize what the fuck I'm looking at.
you just said, I'm going to tell you a quick story. A near death experience with a damn spider, man. When me and my girl first started dating, you know what I'm saying? She used to live all the way in Coral Springs, and I used to live in outside Miami. And it would take about an hour drive. So I would basically get the turnpike flying 80, 85, 90 miles an hour to get to her crib, pick her up. And on one of those trips, I'm there driving, and something catches my eye, like something moved. Broad daylight, something moved. I look up, I don't see nothing. I still drive and swerve between cars. Next thing I know, the biggest damn spot I've seen in my life comes up. I swear, I almost swerved right out the damn expressway. I just panicked. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do.
So
I didn't
you
know if I should just jump out the car.
what
It
happened to
was,
the
I
spider?
don't mess with no spiders, man.
Is the
Listen, I do
spider still
not.
living in your car, or did you kill it?
No, no, no. I got lucky because when we got we took her to her place, I told, hey, give me a can of either hairspray, Lysol, give me something, Raid, whatever. The damn spider got to the windshield. I done sprayed it down, and while I'm spraying it down, the spider's getting hit, and he goes, I'm like, this son of a bitch knows what's good. Like, yo, he's really trying to get at me. I'm like, all right, let's go. You in the can and go finish this.
Yeah.
I get it to the ground. I get a big ass boulder. I'm talking about this is a damn
A
small
boulder.
ass spider. I made it a big deal, thinking that it was such traumatic moment. But realistically, when I killed it, it was like a little ass spider. I'm like, I almost lost my life because of this damn spider.
Bro, well, I mean, I think that you actually stumbled upon something a little bit more impressive, which is that you carried a boulder.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a very small boulder, a very small
I
boulder.
was gonna
It's a
say, like,
boulder for ants. That's what it is.
it depends how you look at it. That's true.
I got you shit. Yeah.
It's a
Listen, man.
I'm
I
gonna
lost
start
a lot of
using that.
muscle,
It's like,
man.
yeah, dude, I carried a building. It's a building for Legos, but I carried it.
Yeah. It's a Bob the Builder building. Yeah.
Yeah, I stepped over a river. No big deal, but it's a river for lizards. Like it was like streaming. It only really comes out when it's raining. Called the
Oh
gutter.
my gosh.
But yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. So all right, well, this thing is I think gonna be the one that we're gonna put first and foremost in the books. It's not gonna obviously sound so novice, if you will. We
Mm-hmm.
want to, at this point, we can't wait for perfection. We want to be able to just have fun, make mistakes, talk a lot of
Yeah,
shit,
man.
and honestly, like, I think that as we move forward, we just kind of want to give you like an idea of how Alfred and I just like rap and get on the phone and just talk in person. And it's just shooting the shit, and that's how it'll be. But I think that I'm eager to get to certain topics that are relevant. I know Alfred is too, and just kind of like speak on that. But in comparison to how we did it last time, we kind
Ooh.
of tried to. It wasn't as bad as you think
It
it is,
wasn't
but we
as bad,
kind of
but
like
the thing about it is, it was very, to me, it was cringeworthy.
we
Like,
dived into like certain topics that was great that we felt comfortable enough to do that. But I think that we needed time to wet our feet over here, and then dude, the next one that we do after this one, back at that, expect to I guess hear more of what's happening in the world and what we think about it, and what's happening in our day-to-day lives. And if you're interested in that sort of thing, and that's basically it, kid. So yeah, man, what's up? What you got to say?
yes, sir. I mean, exactly that, man. I mean, expect a lot of more topics to come to the table, a lot more ideas. You know, our conversations aren't always fixed on a certain direction. So sometimes we may sway one way and then come back. But you know what I'm saying? We keep it interesting, we keep it fun.
We gotta talk
And
about music too, bro, because if there's
oh
anything
no,
that
they don't know what they don't want to know, but they know what they gonna hear. All
oh
right, so
shit, damn,
you
man,
like that, right? You like that, yeah.
I'm on a cliffhanger. I don't even know what the hell you meant by that, but
Nah, hey,
I'm
listen,
really
I didn't
trying to
even
find
know.
out. I'm like, they don't know what they didn't know, but now they did, and I don't know when they knew it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, oh shit,
they got them
we'll talk
clues.
about music. I don't
They
even
got,
know we're talking about music.
you talking about practice, man? Shit,
Practice,
you talking about practice?
bro.
But
All right,
yeah, definitely, man. I want to thank everybody for joining us on our first episode of It's a Conversation, and like I said, we're gonna keep it rolling. And yeah, man, that's what's up.
all right, no doubt. So, all right, kid, nice one for the books.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.